brothers and sisters, colleagues, healers, and future leaders, we are living in a moment of profound challenge. An opioid crisis that steals breath from our neighbors, substance abuse that fracture families and communities, trauma that travels silently from one generation to the next, and suicide, too often the final cry of a soul that felt unseen, unheard, and alone. But I stand before you today with a message that is not rooted in despair, but it is rooted in hope, action, and unshakable belief in power of the human compassion. I have walked the streets where addiction lives. I have knelt beside bodies where time stood still. I have administered Narcan, performed CPR, and looked into the eyes that have already begun to leave this world, only to watch life return. And every time, I'm reminded of this truth. One person, one action, one moment of courage can change the course of a life forever. The fight is real, but so are we. The opioid epidemic is not a moral failure. Substance abuse disorder is not a weakness. Trauma is not a choice. These are human conditions born from pain, poverty, violence, isolation, and systems that often fail to protect those most vulnerable. Harm reduction is not enabling. It is love without boundaries. It is meeting people where they are, because dead people do not recover. Trauma-informed care is not optional. It is essential, because untreated trauma becomes addiction, violence, illness, and despair. Suicide prevention is not just about crisis lines. It is about connection, dignity, and belonging. To the next generation, do not give up. To the young people listening today, you are inheriting a world with real struggles, but also real power. Do not let anyone convince you that this fight is too big or your voice is too small. You do not need permission to care. You do not need credentials to show compassion. You do not need perfection to show up. You only need the courage to act, because tomorrow does not begin tomorrow. Tomorrow begins with the actions we take today. When we choose empathy instead of judgment, when we speak up instead of staying silent, when you reach out instead of walking away, when you refuse to give up on someone, even when they've given up on themselves, this is how futures are saved. We are the bridge. We are the bridge between despair and recovery, between trauma and healing, between silence and hope. Community health workers, clinicians, peer specialists, first responders, faith leaders, educators, and advocates. We are not just professionals. We are witnesses. We are protectors of dignity. We are keepers of hope. And when systems fail, we do not.